All right, today I want to talk about the difference between empowering and enabling. So many confuse the importance of creating a space of freedom and liberation with perpetuating a stance of victimhood and blaming. Now, here's the big difference. Empowerment comes from the intention of becoming stronger and taking ownership of one's life and of one's rights. But enabling is giving someone the authority to take control, oftentimes in a self-destructive way, where enabling offers excuses for the person that's perpetuating the behavior in question, feeding into their own narrative of victimhood, and oftentimes inflating their narrative with validation and approval. Empowerment encourages authentic liberation and a freedom from victimhood mentality, rising up from within. All right, so in today's societies, we often see activist communities using the word empowerment. But what's actually happening is they are promoting enabling behavior. Anytime a group or a community claim to have the highest right or are owed the biggest exception, regardless of its impact on others, they're usually using tools of enabling, and oftentimes it causes unintended self-destructive goals. In empowerment, there's fairness and improvement. But in enabling, there's usually bias and damage. Sometimes enabling someone is the first step that we can give them in order for them to have permission to achieve an end or a goal. But rarely does it yield the positive results that we want if it does not transform into empowerment. The bottom line is this: enabling is doing something for someone else, like allowing, encouraging, and even assisting self-destructive behavior. But empowering is supporting someone to work through with their own challenges from within and coming out the other side stronger.